Welcome back, lacrosse fans. All right, we're going to try and get this live stream up and running here. Hopefully we are live. If you had missed the first game, which you probably all did because we weren't going live with it, we've got it recorded, so we'll get it uploaded back into the YouTube channel for you so you don't miss the action. The Banditos ran away with that one over the Las Vegas Neon Knights. I believe the final score was 14-2 at the end of the game there. So we've got the Finest City Friars out of San Diego, California, a newer team that's been formed up with a great mix of Southern California athletes here on our right-hand side of the floor. And then in from the great state of Utah, we've got the Wasatch Whalers. I have no idea where Wasatch is, but they're somewhere in Utah, I think in the Salt Lake area. We've also got the Salt Lake Storm out from Utah that we will see in the second game, or the third and final game of the night against the Cali Bucks. We're here in Las Vegas, Nevada. You can kind of check out the city lights out there far into the background from us. Chilly evening here as we're on open rink venue. A little bit unique for those of you up north, used to your typical barns or your back easters. Us West Coasters, we like to do things outside. We'll have probably some pretty good sunny weather through the rest of the week, but it's going to be cold for these players. But as they're running up and down the floor, they'll be fine. It's just that challenge of if you get off the floor, your body starts to cool off. You're likely to see some guys starting to cramp up. We'll get the game going here in a few minutes. Again, we'll have the Finest City Friars out of San Diego taking on the Wasatch Whalers out of Utah. We'll be back with you guys in a few minutes for the game action. Thank you. All right, fans, welcome back once again. We're just waiting for the second game here to start against the Finest City Friars here on our right-hand side out of San Diego, California. And to our left, we've got the Wasatch Whalers out of Utah. The Whalers finished, I think this was their first or second season in the Box Lacrosse League run out of the Midwest. They just had a great memorial game. They had a goalie that had recently passed away that had played on their team. It had also played for the University of Utah. So they had a great game there with the university for a box game memorializing their former goaltender. I apologize. I'm going to remember his name, and we'll make sure that we've got a moment here to remember him as well. It's a tight-knit community in the box lacrosse world here in the States as the sport continues to grow. The field game's fairly big, but the box is still starting to grow. It's great to see this tournament has picked up 6 teams for this year after a few years of being just a little bit lighter. Pre-COVID, we would pull some teams in from Canada, which was fantastic to be able to have some of that international representation. I know there's definitely that desire to continue to grow this tournament out to those kind of larger groups, bringing back the Canadians. They'll recognize some of these concrete floors, but again, the uniqueness of this venue, it is outside. So these colder nights here in Las Vegas, the desert, January, It's going to be tough on the players. They'll be warm out on the floor, but then trying to keep their bodies warm, their muscles warm as they get off of the floor and wait for their next shift. Again, for those of you that were looking for that Ditos and Neon Knights Game 1, I apologize that we weren't able to have that one live and up and running for you guys. We will have it out there for everyone to watch as a recorded game. We'll get that uploaded onto the YouTube channel here later this evening, but we hope you guys enjoy this Game 2 and Game 3 from Night 1 of the Sin City Box Invitational. All right, looks like we're just about ready to go here. Getting the clocks reset. Again, we've got 12-minute running time period, so 3 total periods here in these games. You will then see that again tomorrow in the morning, but in our afternoon games out of the Lee's Family Forum, where the Las Vegas Desert Dogs of the NLL play their home games, we will have a shortened style running time, 2 halves of games for those. So those will be our afternoon games. In the morning, you'll continue to see these 12-minute running time, 3-period formats. Here we go. First face-off. Won by the Whalers, pushing down to the right-hand side against the City Friars out of San Diego. Ball is loose in the corner. Whalers still have it. Shot ripped hard, just wide. And again, it takes an interesting bounce again on this concrete floor. Ball's up and out of play. Concrete's going to be a trick for the guys that aren't used to it. Again, getting down underneath to pick up the ball. You don't have the grass, you don't have the turf where you stick and kind of dig underneath it. You're going to be right there at the surface level of it, and that's going to be an over and back on the Friars as it just bounces off of number 77. And there's the ref blowing it dead as they touch up. Contested there, number 22 of the Whalers, looking to push, shot, and a goal. First goal of the game goes to the Whalers, number 22. You know, we've got running time, so as we're getting everything set up here for the draws, we're getting the players to push back just a little bit from the roller hockey blue lines that are a little too close in on the floor there. So running time, that means as we're in those kind of dead ball situations, we're typically in a pro game, a collegiate game, you'd see the clock stop. We are running here live as we continue into the game. Face-off won by the Friars, but good hard forecheck by the Whalers there on the far side. Ball is loose, and we're going to get our first call of the game here, going against the Whalers, our second penalty of the tournament. We've got a minor penalty, 2 minutes for holding the player. 2 minutes. Are we 2s and 5s? What? 2 and 5? 2 minutes for the minors, 5 minutes for the majors, just like you would normally see with the running times here. We're not going to shorten those. We may shorten them tomorrow for the afternoon games, again, because we're on a shorter condensed time for those games. So we could potentially see 90s and 45. Shot and a goal by the Friars from the outside. Evens it up. That'll release the penalty, so we're going to go back all even here. 5 on 5. Nice, good outside rip there for the Friars. Again, this is a new group coming out of San Diego. They've been playing in a smaller San Diego league outside of downtown San Diego, a little bit more into the valley. So they're used to a bit of this cold, but also a bit more of the heat out there further out in San Diego. So we'll see how that holds up for them. Whalers shouldn't have any issue coming out of Utah. This is probably pretty typical for them. Friars get possession off of the face-off shot. Saved by the Whalers goalie. He's got possession now in his stick. Looking to move the ball. This is some good up and down the floor action. We had a bit of that in the previous game later on into it as kind of players and everybody settled into things. we'll look and see how these next 2 games go. Again, our third and final game of the night that will be coming up after this one is going to be the Cali Bucks against the Salt Lake Storm. Here right now, you've got the Wasatch Whalers out of Utah and the Finest City Friars out of San Diego, California. Whalers with ball far side, shot saved by the Friars goalie. Ball's picked up by the Friars, looking to push it up far side here. That's one player running into a sea of 4 other Whalers. Wisely steps back. Friars have a good shot, but lost his angle there. Can't tell if we're going to go with a reset on that one, if it hit the goalie, or if we went just past his leg and off to the backside. Ball's loose, fight in the corner there. Sorry, we're just out of view on it. Still fighting. Friars pick it up. There was no shot clock reset, so we didn't get anything off the goalie, and there's our shot clock violation. They're going to drop ball. Whalers going to pick up possession. Ball had trickled into the back there. Again, with this concrete floor, the ball's going to roll real fast, so things will look a little bit different for those of you that typically play on turf or grass. If you're used to that kind of carpet turf, that'll have that same kind of similar feel. The ball's just going to fly across the floor here on it. Harder bounces. It's going to take a big bounce hop. Shot saved by the Friars goalie. It's rolling loose here near side. Whalers pick it back up. They got the shot clock reset off the goalie save. Far side now. Settling back in. 40-something there from the Whalers with a long outside shot. Misses the goal. Mom goal coming off the back of it. Friars have it. And clear the ball up far side of the floor. Typical way you're seeing the teams clear the ball up on there. You don't want to push the ball up through that substitution area along the benches where we are here on the camera side of things. Avoids those kind of traffic collisions with your team, with the other team. We've got a loose ball. We've got a delayed call. And here we go as the Whalers touch up. It's going to go against Wasatch. 2 minutes for interference on the Whalers. 2 minutes interference. So we're going to go 5-on-4 for the Friars. Look to take that early lead here. We've got 6:50 to go in the first period. Again, 12-minute running time here in these first 6 games. Friars with possession. Ball's far side, shot wide. Coming near side here, loose, rolling around. Again, not off the goalie, not off the goal pipe, no reset. 14 seconds on the shot clock, far side. 77 has, near side, 24, shot rips in, a goal. Looks like it tipped off the goalie's leg pad. And that's going to release our penalties. We'll go all even on the draw. 2-1, Friars. Coming up on 6 minutes here, halfway through the first period. Using modified NLL rule sets here, obviously things like game time, despite the video here. We don't have video replay, but so you're going to see, guys, a little bit different on the face-off draw than you'll typically see in the collegiate outdoor games, which you're going to see with the pro indoor, pro outdoor style. Whalers with possession. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. 0 looking for it. 20. Quick ball movement. Shot saved by the goalie from the Friars, so we're going to get a reset. New 30 seconds. Whalers have, looking middle of the floor, shot traffic there off of the back of 29. The Friars rolling around. Friars have possession and look to just try and get the ball out and away, clear of that traffic. Whalers with a good forecheck to try and keep the ball down here, either with the delay. Nope, we're going to get it over just in time. Good clear there by the Friars. Good hard forecheck by the Whalers. I think they were just about a second off from getting that backcourt call. And interference on the Friars. So that's kind of like a technical foul. It's just a change of possession when you're the team that has committed that. If it was interference on the defense, again, that'd be a 2-minute minor penalty. Shot saved by the goalie with a nice split save there. Friars pick up the loose ball, pushing it, and Whalers are going to intercept and reset. Driving down the right side here, and this is where we've got interference once again. And call that kind of there on the moving pick. Friars are going to look to push the ball back up the floor, extend their lead here 2-1. 4 minutes to go in the first period of game number 2 here at the Sin City Box Invitational 2025. Number 77 near side's got it here, looking to drive through using his size, his power, speed. There he goes, taking on 3 defenders. Lost the ball. Whalers have it, but that was a pretty impressive physical display there. Ball is near side here along the fence. Looking for possession. Nobody's got it yet. Still loose. Ball's rolling around on the concrete. Still loose. Whalers have it. Looking. Shot and a goal. Tying us up 2-2. Getting some good physical play here. We got some big guys on both sides of the floor. We got some smaller guys on both sides of the floor. Get those size mismatches. Again, thanks for tuning in, everyone. For those of you that were looking for the first game against the Los Banditos and the Neon Knights, we had some technical issues getting that game up, so we'll get that game uploaded onto the YouTube channel later on this evening. But we should be all good to go here for the remainder of this game and our third and final game of the night, Salt Lake Storm versus the Cali Bucks. Ball's up and out of play. Ref should have an extra ball. There we go. Friars are going to pick it up with 2:38 to go here in the first period. All tied up, 2 apiece. Friars with possession, 77. Is he going to use that size to power through 3 defenders again? No, he's looking for his teammates, looking. Cross floor pass, good cut, shot, and saved by the goalie. Whalers have it, clearing up far side of the floor. They've crossed the line in time. 10 seconds to get it over on the floor here. And we're going to get an over and back call. No, tipped off of the Friars, so the ball's going to stay live. Whalers can pick it up, but they don't get a shot clock reset or anything. They've got 10 seconds to go here, so they're going to really have to push it hard. Both teams with great rides, good forecheck happening to really contest everything. Friars pick up the loose ball off the errant pass off of the backboards. Number 94 Friars looking to just kind of clear out, get some free space, settle in, change out of his defensive shift for some O players. 77 again with possession here, top middle. Got 90 seconds to go here in the first period. Friars a little slow to get that final player on. Ball's loose, bouncing up, and we've got change over going to the Whalers. Number 69, good clearing out there, looking, shot. Oh, fakes out the goalie who takes the bait, falls down, and a goal. We're going to go up Whalers 3-2 on the Friars. That was a beaut. It's a resurfaced floor. We were here 2 years ago coming out of COVID. It was a little bit slick. Guys were sliding all around. This new surface redone here is fantastic. Again, it's a beautiful space to be at, overlooking the Valley of Las Vegas. Whalers have possession. 35 seconds to go in the period. 14 on the shot clock. Ball's far side, looking for something. Long outside shot, not making it through the traffic there. Whalers still have possession. No shot. Oh, we get a shot clock reset, an errant one there. 20 seconds to go in the period. Shot, that's saved off the goalie's pads. So now we'll get a reset. Feed inside. Good head shoulder fakes, but the goalie doesn't bite on this one. Stays tall, makes the save. Going Friars. Ball's middle of the floor, couldn't pick it up. Whalers goalie grabs possession. Back over and not off in time. As we end the first period here, Whalers up 3-2 in game 2 of the 2025 Sin City Box Invitational. We'll be back in just a few moments with the second period.
You're right there.
We'll let you in on some of this behind the scenes conversation. Refs a bit unhappy with how the shot clock is going. Again, we had that one errant reset there at the very end of the period. So to get those resets, you've got to have it go off of, hang on just a second. You got to have it go off of the goalie or off the goal pipe. If it hits off of a defender, you won't get anything. However, if it goes off a defender and out of play, you will get the reset, and the offensive team will retain possession on that end. All right, as we get ready to come back in, teams are going to switch ends. Whalers will be on our right-hand side, Friars on our left-hand side. Again, for those of you just joining us, so we've got 3 periods, 12 minutes of running time. We're just about ready to start the second period here. Friars having a bit of a conference here just before the draw. Whalers look set and ready to go. Ref needs a ball. That'll help us. Can't play the game without the ball. And it looks like we've got a couple extra that have found their way onto the floor, so we're going to get those clear so no one rolls an ankle or decides that they want to play with a different ball that everyone else doesn't want to play with. All right, here we go. Ready to start the second period of action here. Friars of Whalers. Whalers currently up 3-2. Ball's tipped up. Whalers with possession. Looking to push hard. 22. Cross floor pass. Shot saved by the goalie going low. Makes a nice save there. Whalers retain possession. Shot and second save. 22 again. Looking to push it. Low angle shot there. Goalie easy save on that one. 2 fantastic saves low into his legs. Dropping, making a great one. But the concrete, again, it's going to just push that ball. It's going to make it roll quick and fast and away from you. So it's something that the defenses will have to get kind of, again, adjusted in and used to. Most teams typically aren't used to playing on these concretes. They'll play on turf. They'll play on maybe a sport court, which is fairly similar to the concrete, but might not roll quite the same. Or if they are more field experienced players with the grass. Long pass from the Whalers. No one down there, so Friars are looking to pick it up. Well, the Whalers, again, with a good hard forecheck to try and keep the ball down there. You've got 10 seconds to get it over the midline. The refs are doing a hand count on that one. There we go. There it is. Few field players. That's failure to advance. Ball far side, near side here, number 15. We're going to read the back of that jersey. I think it says Gorman, number 15. Far side looking for it. Cross for pass to number 0. Just goes a little bit wide. Whalers retain possession. 69, long outside shot. Easy save for the Friars goalie. I think he made a good glove save there, dropping down low. Shot save again off of his leg pads. Rolling around. Friars have it. 2-on-1. Again, fantastic forecheck from the Whalers to just try and keep the ball down there. They'll have those extended possessions if the Friars aren't able to clear it up on the floor on that 10 seconds to get it over that big red line there on the left-hand side of your screen. 19 from the Friars with possession. 3-2. Whalers up here. 10 minutes to go in the second period. Friars shot and just wide. Ball's going to go out of play. That's going to go Whalers possession. A lot of outside shots that we're seeing here. Not necessarily ill-advised with the concrete. If you can put a good little bounce on it, you're going to get a good hop on it, but you got to be mindful of if you're too far out on that bounce shot, that thing's going to go high and wide and potentially, like that one, bounce off the back wall and then up and out of play. Whalers ball near side here. Cross floor pass. Shot 13, just a little bit wide. And we're going to say that's got to have touched. No, refs have a bit of a conference from afar with each other and say it's over and back. No touch off of the Friars. So again, over and back. Once you cross over that red line, just like what you see in basketball, if it goes over and comes back to your defensive end of the floor, you lose possession and it's going to go the opposite way. Friars with possession, number 77. As the team changes out their players. Look for a little hidden ball trick. Flip. Nope, no one bought it, so he passes it off. Good pass down to number 9 and can't handle it. Tried to tip it back to a player on his team, but nobody was there. Whalers cleared up. 42 looking, 18, getting in, shot, and a nice, beautiful goal there. Whalers up 4-2. Both teams with pretty decent pitchers. I think the Whalers might have a few bit more than what we've got for the Friars. Great to see them traveling out here, again, out from Utah. Playing out of the Box Lacrosse League that will start up later out in the summer. Loose ball off the draw here. Whalers get possession, flick it away. We're back to a loose ball near side here along the fence. 20 picks it up, looks for his teammate. Pass just a little bit wide. Friars goalie picks it up easily. And looking to push the other way, number 94 from the Friars, trying to get a handle on it. Again, the concrete, he's just not able to pick it up cleanly. And we're going back to the Whalers, giving him a little check there. Good evening, how you doing? And he's off and on the races, going the other way. A long outside shot. I don't think we hit anybody there. We didn't even hear it go off of a board or anything. So we're just rolling around. And Friars have possession. Clearing the ball again up the left-hand side. Same issue as last time, running into the concrete, just as giving them weird bounces. They just can't pick it up cleanly off the floor. Whalers get it. An extended possession once again here. Settling in. 22 far side, low shot, and not through the defender. Picks up his own rebound, though, looking up floor. Made it through the traffic. 69 had it, just couldn't get the shot off. Rolled out of his stick. Ball's loose in the corner. Still loose, coming near side here. 69's got it. And we had a shot clock reset. I think they would call the Friars that picked up possession. Didn't look like he had it fully in his stick to get possession, but that's all right. That's the ref's call, not our call. Shot saved by the goalie. And stuck in his pad, stuck in the knee there. Friars pick it up and clear the ball. 4-2, 6:25 to go here in the second period. Friars with possession. 77 here near side, looking for a pick from his teammate. Ball's loose. Oh, good hard check there from the Whalers to knock it free. Again, these guys are just struggling to pick up the loose ball. They're tipped off of it, so no over and back. But the Friars have really been struggling with this concrete to be able to pick up the ball. I think the Whalers have recently been practicing outside in the cold in Utah on a concrete or asphalt surface, so they're probably a little bit more used to this right now. Back and forth action. Oh, good hard hit there. Bounces back up quickly. Shot and misses wide off of the goalie. Ball's rolling around. We're getting a little bit chippy. Oh, and that looks like it's going to be a handball call. And no call there. The ref's got his hand up, so it's got to be something against the Whalers. Once they touch up, and there we go. Here we're going to get the call. Third penalty of the game for the Whalers. Too many men on the floor. Too many men. They're going to go 2 minutes. Minor penalty. 6 runners on the floor. You can keep those 5 out there with your goalie on the floor. But if you want to pull your goalie like in hockey, you can get that extra attacker out there. But he was standing, waiting for the ball to come down. So obviously he's not going to come running into the game here. So we go 5-on-4 for the Friars. 2 minutes or less, whichever one occurs first. If the Friars can even get 1 goal closer into here, as Whalers are up 4-2. Balls in far corner. Looking. Top middle, 77, 24. Moving it around quickly as fast as they can. Looking for something, trying to find that opening. Shot saved off the goalie. 19 takes a bit of a dive there from a light touch in the back. Regains possession. We've got 22 in the shot clock after that reset from the goalie save. And Whalers pick it up. Good hard forecheck. It's still going to go over. Whalers have a guy that was already ready to clear back. 1-on-1 with the goalie shot. And just outside. You're going to see that goal that bouncing off there. Mom goal from it. Forward shot and nothing. Again, misses wide. Ball's rolled across. Friars pick it up. 2-on-2, they're going to pull it out as the Whalers get 4 defenders back. Again, there's still a man down, probably for about another minute or so here. No one's got the count right in front of me. But 5-on-4 for the Friars. The Whalers serving a 2-minute on the floor penalty for 2-minute minor. Friars looking for the picks up high. Wide shots. A lot of the Friars shots are coming from far outside, and there's a shot clock violation. 77 gets it off it. Whalers heard the shot clock alarm going off, so they had already kind of given up on the play, and so no goal there. Whalers moving the ball up the floor. 4-2 Whalers. 3:25 here remaining in the second period. We've got 3 periods, 12-minute running times. This is game number 2 of Sun City Box Invitational 2025. Our third and final game for the evening will feature the Salt Lake Storm and the Cali Bucks. Whalers with possession, 51, I think that is. Looking to push, takes it on his own shot and wide again from the goalie. Rolling around in the back. Whalers retain possession. Shot clock violation. There we are. Friars will pick it up, and we're just about ready to release that penalty. We'll go all even. Don't look at the cameraman. He doesn't have your penalty time. We're all even. 5-on-5 action. Friars with possession. Low-scoring game here, 4-2 Whalers. Yeah, Whalers have really kind of been pushing that middle area of the floor. Very typical of what you're going to see with block style of play. And the Friars really just kind of pushing those outside shots. They've had a couple of successes with them, but they haven't found anything since midway through in the first period. Shot wide of the goal. Bounces right to number 91 of the Friars. Pushing. Ball's loose now. Far corner. Whalers pick it up. Quickly up the floor. Settling in. Ball's near left. And we're having a bit of a debate on the shot clock reset. We're 150, under 2 minutes of the period. I think the debate's going to be over as the Friars just pick up possession there. It would have come their way regardless, whether it was 10 seconds prior to that moment in time or not. Again, long outside shot, easy save for the goalie to soak it up. He's just able to read that all the way. And we're going to have a crease violation. You don't get a lot of those, but player must have been acting through with something, touching the goalie, touching the ball in the crease. And low inside shot, number 20, shot and goal. Whalers now up 5-2. Under a minute to go here in our running time. We'll see if we get another face-off. We should be able to get something. Expect the teams to try and push hard to try and get that last second goal. Whalers up 5-2 here in the waning seconds of the second period. 40 seconds of the period. Ball's out. Whalers pick it up. 42 with it. Far side. Near side here. Ball's loose. 22 just couldn't quite handle it. Bounces off the concrete. Now he's got it playing it off the wall. It's not glass here. It's a smaller chain link fence on the backside, a little bit wider here along the dashboards on the side. Ball is up and out of play. Friars have it. 15 seconds to go in the period. Far side again, they're going to look to push. They've been really hard on those outside shots. Here we go, 77 with something in low, and that's where he gets the goal. Bringing in Whalers lead now just to 2. Again, that's what the Friars needed. They needed that kind of inside shot. Everything that they had been doing for the most of the second period had been those outside shots, just missing wider, easy for the goalie to read and just soak it up. So that brings our second period to an end. Whalers up 5-3 as we move into the third and final period for game number 2. Third period just about ready to get set up here. Teams head back to their original ends. Whalers with their team chant there. Again, a group of guys that coming out of I believe it's the Salt Lake area. They've had a couple of years now together playing out of the Box Lacrosse League there in the Midwest. Teams from Colorado, from Illinois, all across the Midwest there, as that league looks to continue to grow. They've had a really great run, some incredible competitive games coming out from those guys. It's great to see them pushing out to the West and the growth of the game there. We've got 6 teams here for I think this is the 5th season for the Sin City Box Invitational. There was a former version of this that was going around pre-COVID, but this version's been going since, or maybe this is season 4. I think we started up back up in 2021. But our third and final game of the night will feature the Cali Bucks. They've won a few of the championships, pre-COVID, post-COVID, as they take on the Salt Lake Storm. I think that'll be their first time out here for the tournament. Great to have them out. 2 teams out of the San Diego area. You've got the Finest City Friars here and the Mustard Yellow and Brown. And from game 1, you had the Banditos. And then 2 teams out of the Utah area, the Wasatch Whalers here in the kind of gray and multicolor. And then you've got the Salt Lake Storm that we'll see in the final game of this evening. Looks like the refs are just getting some tape down on the floor for the ball to kind of stay steady there at center X. Concrete again gets a little bit slick as it starts to roll around a bit more. They want it to stay steady for those face-offs. Whalers with possession. Number 20 pushes, drives inside. Nice save there by the Friars goalie. He's done a great job of being able to get down low. He bit hard on one fake there early on for the Whalers. But I think that'll be their kind of key. That'll be the other team's key, is he's going to really kind of bite hard on those fakes, especially if you fake low and then finish high on him. He seems to have that 5-hole lower portion covered off pretty well with his kick staves. Butterfly style for that hockey goalie, but leaves the top side exposed if you give him a good hard fake. Loose ball in the corner there. Nobody's got possession yet. Nobody's got possession. We had a shot clock reset. Came off of the goalie. Ball is still loose. Ball is still loose. Whalers pick it up. Shot wide. Whalers keep possession. No shot clock reset. 20 seconds to go on it. Looking. Nothing there, and are we stuck in the mesh, or did we go up and out of play? Stuck in the chain link, but we got it out. Friars ball. I think we're going to go with, if it gets stuck in the metal there of the chain link, it's just going to go defensive ball, similar as it would if it went up and out of play without anyone deflecting it. 77 Tom Middle here has ball for the Friars. You get another outside shot from the Friars, easily saved by the Whalers goalie. Traps it now, looking to clear, pushing it up the floor. Clearing far side. That's kind of been the Achilles heel for the Friars here. They've got size, they've got speed, they've got enough guys on depth to kind of maintain that, but they just keep taking outside shots and nothing is seeming to fall for them. Super easy for the goalie to read, or just not making it through all the traffic and congestion that the Whalers are creating with a good hard ride and forecheck going on out there. Loose ball tipped. Friars retain possession. We've got a delayed call. I think we're going to go too many men. 2, 4, and 5. Yep, I think we had too many out there for the Friars. So we had 5, but I think the other one snuck off. Yep, there we go. Too many men. It'll be a 2-minute minor penalty. The 6th guy came off. Looked like he tried to run back on as he realized I already committed the penalty. I can't get it twice. But it made no difference as they touch up on a loose ball and then get the penalty. So we're going to go 5-on-4 for the Whalers. Their first power play opportunity for the night. They've had 3 man-down challenges, but are fully successful, 100% on their penalty kill. Let's see what they're able to do on the power play. 22 with the ball, cross floor, back over to 22. Long outside shot again. Super easy for the Friars goalie, who's got that lower portion locked tight. Good save from him. 5-on-4 here. So again, he's just going to kind of dump it into the corner, let his team reset. Make sure they don't have to run. They've got their defensive half on their side of the gates here, so it's easy for them to make a quick change here in the third period. That's always key to important for them to be able to manage, again, short door, long door. Are you having to push your defenders up 2/3 of the way? Oh, shot, goal, and trickles in off of the goalie's feet, number 42. Whalers now up 6-3. That's a frustrating one. As a goalie myself, you make the save, you try and land on it, but especially, again, these concrete floors are just so tricky. It's just going to keep rolling. It's not going to settle into grass or turf or anything. You just accidentally kick it in with the heel of your foot. Nice moment down there. 42 realizes that the goalie helped him out get that one. Says thank you. I'll take the stat. Coming up on 8 minutes to go here in the third and final period. Whalers up 6-3 in game number 2. Our third and final game of the night, where the Salt Lake Storm take on the Cali Bucks, coming right after this one. We'll have a few minutes of an intermission as the teams change out. Let them get a little bit warm. It's a pretty cold evening here in the desert of Las Vegas. Shot again a little bit better there, coming in a bit closer, but just going wide of the goal. These are full NLL 4 foot by 4'9" goals, so a little bit more room to shoot on here. But if you're used to a 6x6 on the field game, it's going to feel a lot smaller, especially with the goalies wearing those bigger pads. Pads are a bit different than your typical like hockey style. Because the ball is being shot from up high, and you're getting a lot more that's going to come at your shoulders versus hockey where the puck is on the ice and on the ground. Shot and a goal there for, let's see here, number 70. Oh, he's trying to tell the team, oh, shush. But they're still down 2 goals here. Whalers up 6-4. But the hockey goalies difference, they've got wider legs, a little bit smaller up on the top again. That's because the puck is coming up and off of the ice. So a lot of things are staying lower on their legs. The goalies here, it tapers down from the knees where it's a little bit wider, where you're going to, again, start to see a lot more of those shots, and then narrows in at your ankles. So a bit of a difference. Wider up on top, narrow on the bottom, whereas hockey, wider on the bottom, narrow up on top. No shot clock violations there, so we just get the face-off going. Whalers with possession. Leading 6-4 here, 6:35 remaining in the third and final period of the night. Shot outside again, easy for the Friars goalie to just drop down into his butterfly, make that save. And a dunk, and do we get it? Did we get our first dunk goal of the night? Ref is debating, no signal yet. We still don't know, we still haven't called it. Whalers are saying it's a good goal. And I think we're gonna call it. Good goal there. That was number 69 from the Whalers with the dunk goal. Just a bit of a debate. Did he actually get it? Did he step on the crease line on the backside there? If you're newer to the game of box lacrosse, but you know the world of field lacrosse, the big difference with that crease is it's a little bit wider here. Obviously, the smaller goal makes it feel like it's a lot bigger, but because you've got that board there on the back end, it's flat on the backside, so you can get really, really close there to the goal to be able to do those dunk shots, that air gate style, versus on the 6x6 field goals where you still have that 9-foot radius crease all the way around. That backside flat here gives you a little bit more of an advantage to dunk it in. Friars with the ball, clearing it up the floor, 5:20 to go here in the third period. They get it across the line, but just an amazing forecheck right there by the Whalers. They get possession, turn it back over as they lead 7-4 here. Outside shot, again, easy save for the Friars goalie. He's been solid with those low saves all night long. Other than biting on a low fake and getting that high goal early on in the first period, he's just been lights out there on the lower half. Those other goals are all just coming higher up on him as he just kind of, again, cheats down and drops a little bit into his butterfly stance. Friars 24 with possession, waiting for his team to change out here. Number 77 now has the most recent goal for the Friars, looking to try and create. Pass goes just a little bit wide, and Whalers are going to pick it up. Potentially, there we go. Now he's got it. Clearing it up the floor. Again, you're going to see those teams clearing far side of the floor. We've got the benches here near side. Avoid the traffic and congestion. Avoid running into the defense when you don't need to. Number 20, possession. Good hard pick from his teammate there. Number 24, getting in the way, but just nothing there. Again, clock here is their friend, similar to what we had with the Ditos in the first game with that blowout win. Towards the end of the game there, they were just kind of more riding out the clock, waiting for time to wrap up on them. Extending the possession as much as they can. Friars pick it up. 4 minutes to go. Now starting to feel that sense of urgency, down 3 goals here. Usually out in the field game, you kind of hear people talking about a goal a minute. Here in the box game, you could probably get it even quicker, especially with that 30-second shot clock. Shot and a save there by the Friars goalie. Again, down at his legs where he's just been solid all night long. Whalers keep possession, though, to extend things out. They've got a fresh shot clock with 25 seconds remaining, 3:35 left in the game. Right after this, we'll have the Cali Bucks all suited up, ready to go behind us here against the Salt Lake Storm. I think they're ready to go down to the far end of the floor. Shot and a goal, number 22 from the Whalers extends their lead 8-4. Coming up on 3 minutes to go left in the period. Whalers are quick to get out there. They want to get a couple more goals. With these tournament-style games, things are really important. Obviously, win and losses are the key primary thing here. But then you got your tiebreakers when it's head-to-head, as well as goal differential. So the more that you can get there, the better. Especially when you've got a team like the Banditos just really running it up against the Knights in that first game. They've got a plus 13, I believe. So every goal is going to count for all those teams when it comes down to those tiebreaker moments. 22 wins the faceoff, keeps possession, looks to move it, bouncing around. Whalers keep it here, pulling it out again. Time is their friend. They don't need to rush. Friars should have a bit more of a sense of urgency, really start to push out there, but they're just not really driving hard. They're kind of settling back in, getting pushed back on their heels as the Whalers just continue to push to the center of the floor. Good skip pass, shot, and a goal there by number 0. Again, that's that nice bounce shot, just in the right placement where it comes up just high enough to get over the goalie's leg pads, under his glove, extending the lead 9-4. All right, 1:40 left here in the period. We'll wrap up our second game of the evening and then move on to our third and final, Salt Lake Storm versus Cali Bucks. Whalers with possession here. Up 9-4 on the finest city Friars out of San Diego. Shot and save off the goalie's leg, I think. Nope, the refs are not going to call anything. Near side ref here's got a hard count on the shot clock because we didn't get the reset. Now he's off on it as we catch back up with ourselves. Whalers hold possession, under a minute to go. They're just going to look to run that timeout. Ball's middle, doesn't make it through the traffic there in the middle of the floor. Loose, loose, loose. Friars pick it up, but no one's breaking out to try and get down there. 40 seconds to go in the period. Friars pushing, pushing. They'll look to try and just get another goal here. End on the high note. I'm trying to count, make sure they don't get too many guys out there on the floor. 77 with the ball far side, looking for his teammates, looking, ball's loose, ball's loose. Good hard checks there from number 4 from the Whalers, picks up possession. We got 15 seconds to go. Mini break here, 42 shot and save from the goalie. I think he just rolled up on top of it somewhere. There it is, kicks out from underneath him. Good save from the goalie. But that is going to be our game. Wasatch Whalers take their game 1 of the Sin City Box Invitational 9-4 over the finest city Friars. We're going to wrap up here on this one. Tune in over to the next live stream that will have Salt Lake Storm versus the Cali Bucks. Thanks for tuning in.